In the previous episode, we have learned about students' life at school.
In today's episode, we're going to discuss about tips to study for students.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Learning with Shirley. I'm Miss Shirley.
I'm Trinity.
And I'm Stella.
You know what? Before we proceed, remember to
Like,
Subscribe.
and click on the notification bell so that you don't miss out any of our latest videos. And if you're on Instagram, remember to follow their IGs, which I've listed in the description below. Today, it's my turn to answer 10 questions from my students. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with the first question.
here we go! So the first question, do you have any tips on memorizing every subject?
Okay, how to memorize? Okay, I think the first thing is you need to pay attention in class. Okay, try to sit in front of the class to avoid distraction. Then you can focus more and you'll be nearer to the teacher, so you can also ask questions from the teacher. It'll be easier compared to you sit at the back, because students at the back are normally they are the noisy ones. They like to talk. Maybe they are doing other things. So it's good that when you're in front, okay, there's no one, only the teacher will be standing in front of you. And another thing is you have to take quick notes when the teacher is teaching. You just write down the important points, or you highlight whatever notes that the teacher is teaching. You just highlight the key points or keywords, okay? And then also you try, when you go home, remember to go through the notes again and try to memorize and understand it to see whether it makes sense or not. And then you try to do extra practices at home.
Yeah, good.
So the next question is, how do I get myself into the mood to start studying?
Okay, talking about mood, try to think about how happy your parents will be when they receive your results. Or you want your dad or mom to be angry and disappointed and sad when they see your results. Right? Okay. Another thing you can do is you try to print inspirational quotes like, where there's a will, there's a way, no pain, no gain. Or in Malay, di mana ada kemahuan, di situ ada jalan.
Yes.
Right? So it gives you the motivation, the semangat untuk belajar. Okay, when you're at home, right? And you can also award yourself like 5 minutes break of maybe watching YouTube videos, okay, or maybe award yourself with candies or chocolates after you have finished like a certain number of pages, or maybe a certain number of chapters, right?
So the third question, how do I prevent myself from getting distracted from my mobile phone?
Okay.
It always happens for all.
Yeah,
Okay, first, I know that most students, they already have their own mobile phones. Okay, so they need to know how to control themselves. So if they don't, then you might need to put your handphone away from your own room or your table. Maybe you put it outside of your room, okay? And better that to put your phone in silent mode always, okay? Only use it when necessary. Because most of the students, they're involved in a lot of social medias. All this is very distracting, and also boys especially, they are very addicted to games mostly, okay, but not all. Yeah, so they have to try to control themselves. So I know that games stimulates the brain of a student, but if you are too addicted to it and you spend too much time on it, it really consumes a lot of your time, and then you'll be less time spent on your studies. So remember, prioritize, okay? Studies are always more important than your mobile phone.
Yes.
yeah, that's true. That brings me to my fourth question, which is, how do I stop procrastinating and start getting studied?
Okay, first you have to make your own study timetable and try to follow it strictly, okay? And also make a plan on how many chapters you plan to cover within a certain period of days or months, and then you try to accomplish it, and then after that you reward yourself after you have already covered everything, okay? Because if you don't do that, then when it's near to exam, you have a lot of stress. Because there will be like a lot of things need to cover within a short period of time, okay? And then by the time you don't cry over spilled milk. Okay, in Malay, sesal dahulu pendapatan,
Sesal
sesal
kemudian
kemudian
tidak
tidak berguna. Kerana nasi sudah menjadi
Jadi
bubur.
Question number 5. Can I make studying more interesting? Is there a way?
Of course, there's a lot of way actually. So maybe you can use highlighters, okay? Because highlighters or any colorful pens, marliners, okay? To make it more interesting, you can draw mind maps, pictures, or maybe you can paste some stickers on it, okay? And then because students' our mind are more stimulated by colors and pictures instead of black and white, which is so dull, okay?
Boring.
So you need to really spend time in doing it nicely. So in exam, okay, it will be easier for you to revise back because there will be a lot of diagrams and also short notes that you've written with your own handwriting. It will be easier for you to understand and remember for exam.
That's good.
It's amazing. So the sixth question is that should I start studying one subject one day or like different subjects a day?
Well, it depends on how much time you have in that day. Okay, for example, like private school students and international school students, they have lesser time at home, okay, compared to government school students. Okay, let's say if you have about 3-4 hours in a day, okay, or maybe 2-3 hours in a day, you can actually study like 3 or 4 subjects in a day. And also depends on whether you are weak in the certain subject or not. So you spend more time in learning the weaker subjects, okay, and then you spend lesser time for the subjects that you're strong with, okay, but you still need to revise everything at the end of the day, okay. And let's say on weekends you have more time to study, then you make a timetable and then you adjust yourself for how much time you need to spend on each subject and on what chapters.
Alright.
So question number 7. What can I do if I feel like my teacher hates me?
Wow. Okay. First, you have to try to be nice to them. Okay, perform well in class, and also try to ask a question so that they feel that they are important. They are important in your hearts. And also, all teachers want their students to respect them. Okay, even though they don't ask you to respect them, but they want to be respected. Okay, and also when you're outside the class, when you see them, remember to greet them. Okay, good morning, sir. Good morning, miss. Okay, so that they feel that right, because you are their student, so it should be that way, right? Okay, and also if they still pick on you or cause you any problem or keep on scolding you for no reason, then I think it's best that you speak to your school counselor or maybe talk to your parents.
Yeah. Okay.
So question number 8 is what's the best food to get motivated to study?
Okay, what's the best food? Eat healthy snacks, okay, like nuts or fruits, okay, that makes you energized and motivated and also improve in your concentration when you're studying. A little bit of caffeine also will help, like green tea, okay, or maybe black coffee, but not too much until you get addicted to it. Okay, so all this might help in your, in your studies.
Question number 9. Is studying the night before exam, like the whole night, effective?
Of course not. Everyone needs at least 8 hours of sleep a day. Okay, because if you don't get enough sleep, your mind will be very tired and then hard to concentrate in exam, especially those questions which needs higher order thinking skills questions, hot questions. Okay, and then you will have the tendency to give up on doing that question. Okay, and then your brain won't be able to think well or perform well. Okay, and then you cannot remember what you have studied, and then you will panic, and then at the end you won't be able to get good results. So it's best that you have enough sleep, okay, and don't study last minute. Okay, always plan early, study in advance. Okay, so when it comes to exam, you just need to refresh a bit by reading a bit, go through a bit, and then do some light exercises. Okay, and before that you sleep early, the next day you wake up early, and then your mind will be fresh. And then you'll be able to answer the questions with no hassle. Okay? This is through my experience. I've been there, done that.
So the last question is how soon before a test should I start studying?
Okay. Of course, not last minute, okay?
Yeah, of course.
In my opinion, I think that whenever the teacher start teaching you a certain chapter, that is the time when you should start studying. Okay, for example, okay, in January, the teacher is teaching you chapter 1. So that's the time that you have to master that chapter. Memorize whatever formulas for that particular chapter and then move on to the next chapter and so on, okay? And then when it comes to exam, you can just refresh a bit by going through again, okay? Then you won't stress out on that day of exam, okay? Because when you stress out, your body will feel very tired, then you might fall sick, okay? So that's why you have to study in advance.
Alright.
That's it for 10 questions about tips to study. We hope that this video adds value into your life and helps to improve your study skills. Thanks so much for watching, and remember to
Like,
Subscribe.
and leave your comments below if you wish to see more videos like this. Hope to see you again soon. Bye guys! Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Learning with Shirley. I'm Miss Shirley.
Sorry.
I'm Trinity. And I'm Stella.
In the previous episode. I hope I can get it lah.
It started already, eh?
Oh,
You didn't even say.
question number 5. How do I get myself... Wait, what?
So, question 6 is that should I start?
So the third question is, how do I distract myself?
Distract myself. How to prepare myself?